Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss the lesson Glimpses of the Past. Glimpses are short looks. Here we will have a short look of the past which is our history. Here are some pictorial glimpses of the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. These pictures and speech bubbles, the speech bubbles have been given in the pictures, will help clarify your understanding of the conditions that led to the event known as the First War of Independence in 1857. First, you can say this lesson is a pictorial account of glimpses of the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. It clears the conditions that led to the revolt of 1857. Britishers established East India Company in 18th century for trade purposes. Gradually, they started taking over the states. They followed the principle of divide and rule. The situation got worse in India. Religious leaders preached absurd practices like untouchability and child marriage. But Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal, spreaded the education against these malpractices. Lord Macaulay advocated the English language teaching in India in 1835. But the sparks of revolt and classification had arisen. A sepoy in Meerut, Mangal Pandey, outbroke a violence against British rulers. Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow, Maulvi Ahmedullah of Faizabad, Tatya Tope, Peshwa Nana Sahib, sort of patriots cooperated and took part with a great zeal in the fight for freedom. Dear children, now we have to discuss the pictures. One first is the martyrs. At a function in Delhi, at a celebration in Delhi, one person is standing there. Do you recognize? Yes, she is Lata Mangeshkar. What is she saying? O my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifices of India's martyrs. There is a song perhaps you have heard. ओ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आंख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी. Yes, this song is being sung by Lata Mangeshkar. Try to recognize the people who are sitting there. Perhaps you can say Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, and Srimati Indira Gandhi are there below. Nehru is thinking about the people who sacrificed their lives for the sake of our country. You can see Rani Lakshmibai, Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji is thinking about Subhash Chandra Bose. So, perhaps Nehru is thinking about those martyrs too. The company's conquest, 1757 to 1849, with its superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its powers in 18th century India. Extending means spreading. India 1765. India Princess British territory. You can see British territory has been shown with red color and yellow color shows the Indian princess. During 1765, people are talking Indian princes were short-sighted, means Indian princes were short-sighted means one who is not worried about future. He is telling that upstart Raja, wah, call the English merchants, they will help me to defeat him. Perhaps this prince is envied with other and tells him upstart. The new became rich and he is thinking to call British merchants to teach him a lesson to defeat the other prince. The people had no peace due to such constant fights, constant regular fights. The rivalries helped the East India Company and it could early subdue Indian princes one by one. The rivalries helped the East India Company. You understand this? And it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. Subdue means defeated Indian princes one by one. A far-seeing ruler like the brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Perhaps you have seen the serial about Tipu Sultan of Mysore. He fought with British and he died fighting with British. Now you see some people are talking. One person is telling, thank God, there is peace in the country. Now, no more wars and no looting by thugs. Thug is a Hindi word. Cheaters in English. So, the other person is telling, it is God who sent the British. This person is happy with British people. This Indian is happy with British. Our destiny, luck, is linked to with them. This person is telling that luck of Indians is the luck of Indians is linked with British. The white man has killed or dethroned our kings. Some other people are talking. The white man has killed or dethroned our kings. Other person is talking. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were of this land. Next, now we have become slaves of foreigners. So different kind of people are talking about British. They have different kind of ideas about British. Next, British rule. 1765 to 1836. A religious leader, priest, taught ideas like untouchability and child marriage. You see a Mahatma who is preaching anyone who crosses the seas. The religion, such kind of thinking was there among people. Such kind of preachings or ideas were spread by religious people among people of India. Other person see his statement, all the misery in the world. Misery is trouble. All means you can say all the troubles in the world is due to women. What kind of thought do you see? Now some Britishers are talking to each other. The truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The British scorned them, means the British hated them. See what this countryman is telling to the British. The natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. And one, the British person, people are talking to each other. This, the natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. And one Indian is supporting their ideas by telling, to your honor, but I am honest, he is telling. Next, being merchants, the British wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. Abandon means to give up entirely. But your men are taking all my crop. One person is telling, and British officer or the person who is agent of Britishers is telling, you are still in arrears, जिसको हम लोग बकाया कहेंगे. You are still in debt. If you don't pay next week, I will send you to jail. Is the person threatens the peasant in this way. Some Britishers are talking to each other. Still, the British invented other methods which gave them more profit. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty, that is a kind of tax. When brought into India, this Britishers is telling this a good idea. Other Britisher is supporting him. The East India Company laws began to cripple Indian industries. This was very remarkable. Inevitably, famine followed between 1822 and 1836. 15 lakh Indians died of starvation, died of hunger. And this information was about the picture. The British policies ruined the experts, artisans, and their business. That time, artisans are skilled workmen. Britishers created such a situation which was not supporting to skilled people of India, and they began to die of hunger. So in next day I shall discuss the remaining part of the lesson. Thank you.